we're finally here, guys. Welcome to Lifestyle Boost Podcast. It's your host, Dosia Mabo.
And Emma Mabo.
And we're finally here. It's our pilot episode. We're so excited. It's been a long time coming. How do you feel so far about starting it?
I feel great. I actually feel really good because we've been planning this for such a long time, guys. We've been planning this for over 2 years.
I know. We started talking about it in 2021, I think it was. Yeah.
We started talking about it in 2021. I remember we had to have this little setup in your bedroom at the time.
There was no plan of getting a studio.
There was no plan of doing that. But out of nowhere, this girl comes to me and she's like, let's get a studio. And I'm like, are you crazy?
The way I thought about it is, I mean, if we're going to do it, you might as well do it big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? I'm glad that we're here, actually. I'm glad that we're here because I feel like we've come a long way. Like, we started putting everything to plan or everything to action. We started doing that in March.
Well, the actually we were supposed to launch in March, and there was just so much happening. We were still like trying to put the place together, trying to like set up the studio, buy equipment, figure out what the heck we're doing. So there was just a whole drag, but we're finally here. I mean, we're not perfect, but we got to start. So I'm really excited.
No, you have to manifest it. We're perfect.
Yeah,
we put in so much work into this.
We've come so far.
It is perfect.
All right. Well, just to give you guys a little bit of context, we're called Lifestyle Boost for a reason. The reason why we chose to go with the name Lifestyle Boost is because we've come so far in our life and we've experienced so many different things. And it just made sense to call our podcast Lifestyle Boost because each step in our life has been an upgrade and it's just been a boost every step in the way. So it just makes sense to call us Lifestyle Boost. So the way we're going to set up the podcast is we're going to have different series. So the first series we're starting with is called Immigrant Diaries. And just for an icebreaker, we're going to talk about different culture shocks that we've experienced. You want to go first?
To give you guys a little bit of context to piggyback to what she said. We're Cameroonian, we're representing 237.
Yeah, Cameroon all the way.
We moved here at different times. She moved here in 2016 and I moved here in 2018. And, when we moved out here, it was obviously totally different from where we're coming from. And it was a shit ton of culture shocks. The first thing for me...
I'm interested to hear what yours was.
Okay, so the first thing for me that was a culture shock was the fact that when I started college, the first class that I took was an English class and a math class. And, the instructor was telling us like, oh, you have to write an essay, right? So in my head, I'm thinking that the essay was a 5-page essay. And in my head, I'm thinking that, how do you expect us to handwrite a 5-page essay? But at the same time, everybody in class was with your computers. And I'm just thinking to myself, so why are y'all complaining? Y'all are literally going to type this shit out. I was thinking we had to handwrite this shit because back home, if they give you a 10-page essay, you're handwriting that 10-page essay.
Please. Extra sheet.
You're like, extra sheet. And so that was a culture shock for me, because I'm like, everybody had a laptop back in boarding school. If they catch you with a headphone, you are gone.
Oh, you're gone.
Literally. You're gone.
That's it.
That's it, so that's pretty much that was a big one for me. That was a big culture shock. What about you?
Well, for me, I feel like it's just, I knew that Americans spoke quickly, fast. I just didn't realize how fast they spoke.
Yeah.
For me right now, and I try to change it so much, but whenever I speak to people, I turn to look at their mouths instead of doing eye contact. It's so difficult for me to do eye contact, and the reason why is because when I first came, because people spoke really quickly, I had to look at their mouths to read their lips.
Imagine
to know what words they're saying.
Imagine talking to somebody and they're staring at your lips. You're looking like, what the fuck is this bitch up to?
especially when I speak to men, when I speak to guys, it's I catch
that's odd behavior.
I know it's odd, but it's just because it's a muscle memory thing. I catch myself doing that because I mean, looking at someone's lips can translate it. Anyone can interpret that in any way. It could literally mean you want to kiss the person even. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm just saying it could mean that. So that's why I catch myself and I'm like, okay, when you're talking to people, try to make eye contact
for sure
instead of looking at the mouth because people spoke really quickly. And also another big thing for me was the fact that people just, I don't know if it's that like the people I encountered, I don't want to box every American in one box, but like the people I encountered, especially in college, I'm not sure if they had like just no experience whatsoever with people who have accents, or that they just couldn't be bothered to deal with people who have accents. But it's that thing of you speaking and they're like, what? Like, what are you saying?
No,
like, what?
I'm telling you.
I hate that.
It was
oh my
insane.
God.
Because at first I would try to repeat what I said.
Yeah.
But the longer I stayed out here, I got tired of it. Because I'm like, you can get what I'm saying. Like, there's literally people that are here that don't speak any English at all.
At all.
And y'all are still able to communicate with them.
Yeah.
So trust me, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna make me feel like shit.
I
You know what
know.
I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking English to you, you know?
Do you know?
And-
Do you know who like I'm the most scared of? Like
Who?
people I'm the most scared of in America.
Who?
It's teenagers.
Oh my God, yes.
Teenagers are scary.
They're scary. And
oh my God.
speaking of teenagers, when I moved out here, I was a teenager and I started working at Whataburger. So I'm telling you, when I started working there, they had this little culture, right? At Whataburger, like everyone was super nice. But what I noticed about the teenagers is that if you don't stand up for yourself, they'll try to bully you.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm African. They never born the person who go bully me, bro. I'm telling you, they never born nobody will go bully me, because I'll bully you right the fuck back. I'm African. You're not gonna sit over here and try to bully me.
No,
What
low key,
you think this
like
is? You
low
get
key.
what
I
mean?
used to like I would see like bully stories online, and like I was like, it could never be an African kid.
No,
It could
couldn't.
not. Well, like let me rephrase that, because I mean, obviously, no African kid is like
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
know like they'll stand up for themselves. Like, but back home, I would be motherfucking damned that
I
you
will
bully
be
me.
damn, bro. See, the
That
Emma,
you bully
the
me.
Emma that is gonna get bullied is still to be born, and I don't even think they're gonna born. I don't even think she's gonna get born, because you cannot bully me, bro. Like, what do you think
Nah.
this is? And I remember this one girl. She was like, and another culture shock for me, right, was how ignorant and slow people were, because like people would literally ask me, like, you know, and some people are just naturally ignorant,
Yeah.
while others are just like actually curious, you know. And it was hard for me to like differentiate that. But you know, this little girl, she asked me, she was like, oh my God, do you speak African? And I just couldn't bother to explain it to her. And I was like, oh my God, do you speak American? And she was like,
What
I
is
speak English.
American?
And I'm like, okay, what am I speaking to you right now? You know, I was like, we speak English.
Oh, it's the fact that they don't think that like English is your first language.
No, they're like, oh my God,
because
when did
have
you
an
learn
accent.
English?
Yeah, because you have an accent, they don't
I'm
think
like,
English is your
oh
first
my
accent.
God.
It's your first language.
Yes, and another, oh my God, see, it's so many culture shocks.
I had a coworker who asked me. He was like, "So you guys still use pearls to make transactions,
Can you
right?"
imagine that
And me just
bullcrap?
standing there looking at him like, "Bro, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Exactly.
Like, we do have a currency.
And-
like,
and you know
what are
what?
you on?"
Another thing that this girl had asked me, she was like, oh my God, have you seen a lion? I'm like, bro, I'm scared of dogs. What are you talking about? Like, I'm literally scared of your little pit bull that you have at home. Like, what are you talking
No,
about?
they just
like,
think we're chilling with giraffes back home.
they think we're chilling with giraffes.
Yeah.
They think we have a giraffe named Tom,
Yeah.
just chilling in the backyard. You know, like,
and that's, I feel like it's media portrayal too. Is how
yeah.
like it's how Africa is portrayed on media.
Definitely.
I just went on a trip not too long ago, and I was speaking to this dude who was from Haiti, and he was showing me pictures of like places in Haiti.
Right.
Please tell me that's how it's said. I'm not sure if it's Haiti or Haiti, but I think it's Haiti, right?
I
I
wanna
think
say
that's how
it's
it's said.
Haiti, yeah.
But he was showing me pictures of the houses over there, and Emma, when I tell you the infrastructure is beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
He was showing me pictures of there, and I could relate so much to what he was saying, because he was like, a lot of people see obviously the wars and everything happen in Haiti, and like they're like, okay, the whole country is bad, but it's not that. Like,
it's
best
not.
believe there's bad things that happen there, but like it's not the entire country
Yeah.
that is doomed.
And
you
I also think that, like, in as much as, like, I feel like every place, regardless of where you go, there's the good, the bad, and the
There's,
ugly.
I love
The
to say
ugly here
there's a south
is
side
the-
everywhere.
Exactly.
There's a south side
The
literally
ugly
everywhere.
here is ugly. Do you get what I mean? Like, the ugly here is ugly, and the good is good. The same thing back home. Like, bro, back home, we ain't experienced no racism, bro. Like,
there's like I was trying to say that to someone. I don't remember when I was having this conversation, but like I was trying to tell them that the only place I ever experienced racism was in America, because there is no such thing as racism back
There's
home.
nothing like
Now, don't get me
that.
wrong, there is colorism back home. It
There is.
very much exists.
Yeah.
But I don't know about like racism because like
yeah.
I mean I can only speak from my experience. I don't know that I've ever experienced that.
No.
However, I've experienced like a lighter skin fucking bitch thinking she's like prettier than me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I've experienced that. You know?
And you know what's funny? To piggyback on what you just said, Burna Boy, he went to this podcast and he was talking about it. He was like, you know, he feels like he was referencing his song City Boys, and he was saying that, you know, he feels like African men are only feeling that they're handsome now.
Yeah.
Like, especially the dark skin men.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're only like they're popping now. But back then they was looking at them like there wasn't the standard.
Can I say this though? Like, this is gonna ruffle a lot of feathers, but like it's very the irony of it is and I think irony and hypocrisy of it is actually mad.
Oh yeah.
Like there is a lot of, and honestly I don't really give a fuck how people take this, but like
No.
like there was a lot of Africans that were not like, they're Africans, but like they were born and raised here, that they don't fuck with Africans. They don't like where they're from. Like they don't. And back in the day, I remember, especially when I first came here, oh my God, see, Africans, they're very good at like code switching with accents.
Oh
like,
yeah.
they're
I just code switched
yeah,
not too long ago. Yeah.
But like I used to know a lot of girls that were like actually African, and like they like were obviously born and raised here. They don't fuck with, they don't even identify as Africans. That's how bad it was. They refuse
that they're African.
They will even tell you that they don't listen to Afrobeat. Like, ew. Like, who listens to Afrobeat? But now
that Afrobeat is popping,
them bitches don't even know what the songs mean. They don't even speak like pidgin, but they're fucking with it now.
Like, literally now, you see them bitches, oh, last, now everybody go child breakfast. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? You literally did not fuck with this a couple years ago, but now that Afrobeat is popping, everybody wants to jump on the radar. Everybody wants to be like, you know.
And don't get me wrong, like I'm glad you finally realized where your roots are from, and you wanna go back. 100%, but I just feel like it's ironical that like
there was a time.
Yeah, there was a time that
to identify
they didn't want. I mean, Africans were booty scratchers. That's what they totally were.
I dare motherfucker call me that, bro. I dare somebody call me that. I'm sorry. Who is a booty scratcher?
That's what people used to think.
I'm very sorry. And that's why I didn't go to high school here, because I just couldn't put up with it.
I feel like if you went to high school here, you end in juvie.
Yeah, I will.
I genuinely think
I will. Because when I get angry, and you can already tell from my personality, when I get angry, I'm not speaking to you in English. We're speaking in pidgin. Because I'm not trying to. First of all, like, this is not our accent.
No,
we're code switching right now. And bro, do you experience when them accents be fighting with each other? You're like, you know what? Fuck this. What is it, bro? I did talk to you with pidgin. You did Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, that's just how it is. And that's why I was like, I feel like I couldn't go to high school here, because I'm like, I'm not about to be there getting bullied, bro.
Yeah.
No, like, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, those were the culture shocks that, you know.
Yeah, for me, like, I mean, there's so many that I experienced, and like, love is a whole total different conversation that we're gonna deep dive on. Probably not this episode, because this is kind of just a, you know, like our, what do you call it, pilot episode.
This is like the icebreaker.
Yeah, this is where like you guys get to like know what we're about and stuff. So we wanted to do a fast 15. It's not really going to be like a super fast 15, but essentially we're going to answer like some questions and maybe talk about it a little bit. And basically these questions kind of like get you guys to know what we're about and know the things we like and don't like. I mean, feel free to like dip dive into some of the questions and explain. But I guess the first question is, what's your favorite place on earth?
See, I'm gonna narrow it down to my apartment. It's my bedroom. Because like I feel like the world is already super crazy. That and when I moved out to my apartment, I had told you this. I was like, I want my bedroom to be very comfortable, because like the world is super crazy. The least thing you can do is get a good night's sleep. Yeah. You know, and I feel like that's my favorite place on earth.
For me, I would say my favorite place on earth, like I would say, is a city. It's LA.
Okay.
I love LA.
Okay.
Like there's something about me going back to LA that like it's I don't know if it's just the weather.
And you guys were just in LA
We
not
were
too long
just
ago,
in LA
right?
literally a week ago, but like I love that city. Like I love that city. Would I live there? Absolutely not. But like I would vacation in that city every freaking like season. I would vacation there.
That's good. LA is a pretty place.
Yeah, it's really pretty. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. Take the time to go out there.
Yeah.
What's your least favorite genre of music?
Okay, I don't know what this shit is called, but it's that little I wanna kill my mom. I'm in love with an emo girl. I don't fuck with that shit, bro, because what is that?
I mean, that's what some people like.
See, you like what you like, but what is that? You know, like I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like I don't mean to come for yours, you know, taste, but I just don't like that.
I mean, people like what they like. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
can't
What
fault
about
them.
you?
I think mine has to be like I don't know if they call it opera or whatever the fuck. Like I bro, I'm gonna fall asleep. Like I can't do
I like it though.
I don't.
What do you mean?
What language are they singing,
No,
bro?
they're just using a higher tone.
I can't. Like I just can't. Like I can't listen to that. Like it's not for me.
Well, I feel that it's the same thing with this emo shit, bro. I can't do that.
I've seen people listen to that music and I'm just like, why? Why are you listening to that?
That's people actually have taste in that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, so let's see. What's your best favorite genre of music?
Oh, I do like Afro beats. I'm putting Afro beats first, and then like hip hop and R&B.
Yeah,
so it's Afro beats, hip hop, and R&B.
Okay, so Afrobeat will probably come in second for me. I'd say my favorite genre would be like specifically 90s, more so like late 90s, early 2000s R&B. Anything after that,
Don't
like
you
anything.
Akon?
Well, yeah, Akon is my favorite artist. Like you talk shit about Akon all day, every day. If there was an artist that I wanted him to do like a comeback, would be Akon. Like that dude was just legendary for me. Well, maybe because one of my names is Akonwi, so Akon. Like I don't know.
That has to be the reason.
Yeah,
that's the reason why you're obsessed with this man.
No, but
yeah.
like I love his music. Like he like if there was an artist that I wanted to do a comeback, it has to be Akon.
I mean, Akon was good. He was good, and yeah.
I just feel like everything after like I want to say maybe 2012. I'll go as far as 2012. Anything after that, I really don't know what people are singing. Like I genuinely don't know what people are singing.
I would say that the style is very similar now.
Yeah.
Like the
well,
song,
like you know how back in the day,
similar.
like people could sing and you're like, oh, that's T-Pain. Oh, that's Chris
Ooh,
Brown.
love T-Pain.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can't say that
can't
for
say
artists
that.
nowadays.
That's
like
true.
that's just that.
Yeah.
But okay, so aside from the basic necessities, what do you need every day to be happy?
Oh wow. To be happy. So we're not, aside from the basic necessities, it's probably my laptop.
Why?
It has too much. You know what? Scratch that. Dutch Bros. I mean, I guess Dutch Bros is part of food.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you like your coffee, you like your coffee.
I like my coffee.
You know,
Dutch Bros. Literally.
For me, aside from basic necessities, what would probably make me happy? I'm gonna narrow it down to like me having my favorite playlist of all time and me being like in a garden.
In a garden?
Yeah, like in a garden full of flowers. If I had my favorite playlist, and I know it's weird as hell,
Where
but
are you coming up with this shit from, bro?
no, I'm serious though. Like, okay, so back home there's this garden called what was it called? Was it a botanical garden? What was it called?
It was Neba Albert's Foundation. No, it was Savannah. No. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I'm blanking out, but you know what I'm talking about.
You're talking
that
about.
was my favorite place back home. That garden, Sabuga Garden.
Sabuga.
Yeah,
That's what it was
my favorite place of all time. Like, I would literally go there.
Yeah.
For no reason.
And it was so pretty
It
too.
was so pretty.
It was so pretty.
If I had a perfect playlist and that's all I'll need to be happy. Like
feel
I'll just
that.
listen to like birds sing and that all day because just the scenery was just amazing.
Let me see if I can answer that question again. Ask me the question again.
It's aside from the basic necessities, what do you need every day to be happy?
What do I need every day to be happy? A good night's sleep. It's still basic necessities.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. Yeah, the question is just
Okay, cool. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh my God. Okay. my biggest pet peeve is when you're chatting with a guy, right? And they're just so inconsistent.
Oh, the guys have gone to the chat.
I can die. But I play it off so cool.
Yeah.
And come off as really patient. But deep down, I'm like, why are you wasting my time?
I was talking to someone like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't uninterested in the topic, but they were talking about something, right? And like I have a resting bitch face. And like he just turned around and said, I know you're judging me. Like I just know you're judging me. I was like, I promise you, I'm not judging you, but in my head I was just I'm just not fucking interested in what you're saying.
You know, see, that's
but like
the thing.
it shows.
That's the thing. It's like I get it, but at the same time, don't waste my goddamn time, bro. You know, like you don't have to chat with me. And I feel like I'm very approachable. I'm very understanding that if you literally tell me like, hey, I'm not interested in this conversation. I don't want to keep talking to you. I don't even mind being friends with you after that. You know, because bro, not everybody's your type.
Yeah.
The earlier you get that in your head, the earlier you save your feelings, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm giving my time to you, I'm super busy, you know. I'm super busy in a week, but if I'm taking out my time to like pour it into you and try to get to know you, and you're wasting my time, I hate it. That has to be the biggest pet peeve for me.
For me, my biggest pet peeve is when I see like a guy or a girl my biggest pet peeve for me is when I see a guy or a girl dressed really beautifully, like they're stunning, right? Makeup is done, hair is done, outfit is 10 out of 10,
dirty shoes.
And wear dirty shoes. Why?
Bro, them dirty forces, bro. The dirty Air Forces.
Like you see like really cute girls at the mall, their hair is done, their makeup is 10 out of 10, like lip gloss is lip glossing, like everything, bro. Dirty Air Forces.
Dirty Air Forces.
Why? Like
why
I
would
hate
you do
that. Like
just
it just
wipe it down.
throws everything off for me. Like
Exactly.
it almost like there is no such thing in this country as washing your shoes.
No, I don't think there is.
Well, I mean, I have seen people who actually care for their shoes.
People
like,
put in the
they put in the
washer. I've seen.
Don't even get me started with that, bro.
I've seen someone put their shoes in. That's another culture shock, because what the hell is your shoes doing in the washer?
Don't even get me started.
Why would
People
you wash
literally,
your dirty? Yes,
and the things they'll throw it in there with their clothes. But
of course,
I mean, whatever. I mean, hey, you do you. That's what can I say?
Yeah,
like,
we're just saying it's a culture
Yeah.
shock for us, you know.
All right, what are you the most afraid of?
Oh, I'm most afraid of not accomplishing my goals in life. Because I have so much planned that I can't even imagine not accomplishing one of my goals, you know. But let me narrow it down. I'm most afraid of not finishing school because I've invested so much. Bro, ever since we moved out here, we've been in school. Imagine not finishing.
Yeah.
You know, that scares me, you know. I mean, it's not going to happen, but like the thought of it just freaks me out.
Well, for me, I'm scared of losing a family member.
Oh,
I've never lost anyone like super close.
Not
Like
really,
I mean,
right?
like even when our grandparents died, we were obviously sad, but especially both of us, like we didn't get the chance to actually know them as people. So I'm not gonna sit here and say it didn't hurt. It did hurt, but it wasn't as like how can I say this without coming off as being like a blockhead?
I mean,
like,
but like we weren't close to them.
Yeah, like we weren't close to them like that. You know what I mean? So like
and we were very young.
Exactly. I was like 8 at the time. Was I? No. That was when grandpa died. Or when grandma died, I was probably around 12 maybe.
And I was probably 10.
Yeah. So that like I couldn't really comprehend loss. But yeah, for me, I'm scared of losing a family member. I don't know that I'm scared of dying personally, but I'm scared of losing someone precious to me.
Guys, if y'all have been listening, you would see how different we are. Our answers are like super different. Like you could just tell our personalities based off of the answers. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. What would your perfect day be like?
Okay, I'm gonna narrow it down. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this out there. When I think about things like this, I think about short term, like within my space. I'm not gonna go out and tell you like some random delusional stuff. I'll tell you like things within my space. And it's funny because somebody just asked me what my perfect day was gonna look like, and I said like I'm gonna get enough sleep, you know, like 8 to 12 hours of sleep. When I wake up, I'm gonna binge watch a Korean movie and eat a shit ton of ramen. When I'm done, I'm gonna go bowling, and then when I leave bowling, I'm gonna go to a Korean barbecue. I'm gonna eat my life away, come back home, and go back to sleep. That's a
See,
perfect
mine
day.
is different though. Like my perfect day,
What is?
it has to be raining.
What are you talking
It
about, bro?
has to be raining.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's set the mood, okay?
Okay.
It's 5 a.m. in the morning. There's a thunderstorm outside. Okay. I wake up. The first thing I do, I get me some tea. Okay. I cook myself like, and when I say tea, I don't mean microwave tea. Okay. I mean like get the
She
kettle.
has a kettle.
Yeah.
And she makes tea in a kettle. It's weird.
Just because like
Yeah,
I'll get me a kettle, put water in it, fix my tea, right? Clean my house while probably listening to my favorite like I don't know podcast because I
Jay
listen to a
Shetty.
lot of
Shout out to Jay Shetty.
Shout out to Jay Shetty. Shout out to Diary of a CEO, Patricia Bright the Break. I love all those podcasts.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll probably make my tea. And when my house is essentially clean, I'll binge watch probably Korean shows while taking breaks to go eat. But yeah, when I get the chance, go outside on my balcony, watch the rain, and yeah, probably go to sleep after that.
That's a perfect day. But yeah. I mean, that wasn't really different from...
You're about to give me shit for it
That
because I
wasn't
said the
really
rain
different
was
from
falling.
mine. The only thing is, I don't know why you would be wanting rain to be falling outside.
Because it's just a mood. It's just I don't know.
I mean,
like,
yeah, I get what you mean. I get where you're coming from.
Okay, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? I swear to God, your answer is gonna be ramen.
It will be ramen,
yeah,
bro. It will be ramen. It will be. What's the name of the ramen brand that I eat so much?
I have no idea, dude. It's in fucking
Shin
Chinese or something like
Ramyeon.
that.
Shin Ramyeon.
It's in the red packaging.
It's the red
Yeah.
packaging. Shin Ramyeon. I'm obsessed, and I think there's a chemical in that ramen that is addictive.
No, because the way you eat it.
Yesterday,
Done.
last night, as a matter of fact, I spent the night at my sister's house, and I spent the night at her house, and I made 2 packs of ramen.
You love coming to my house and eating all my
I
food,
just
bro.
ate all the ramen, like 2 packs. I just ate it, and I'm like, damn, I have a problem.
What was the question? What was it?
What's a favorite food?
Okay, so my favorite food. Let me see. It has to be a stir fry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you'd love them
I
stir-fries,
love
don't
cooking
you?
stir fries a lot. So it has to be like a chicken stir fry, or a teriyaki
like the
stir fry.
beef stir fry.
Yeah, that or Ryan's favorite food. What is it? Pepper
is it?
steak.
Oh yeah,
Pepper steak. I could eat that all day, every day.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. And my friends had come in 2022 and they had it and they were like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm always here.
Yeah, I know you come eat all my food.
Yeah. Proud of
Okay,
it too.
what's your favorite sandwich and where would you get it?
Oh, okay. So my favorite sandwich, the best sandwich I ever tried is from Firehouse Subs. It's like a steak and cheese sandwich. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a steak and cheese, and then they have like barbecue on there and some random stuff on there. But like it's from Firehouse Subs. It's super good.
Okay, so for me, I have no freaking clue what this place is called. But Ryan and I, if you guys don't know who Ryan is, my lovely boyfriend, we went to Houston, and we went to this place. I don't know, like, okay, so this is like a backstory that's totally unrelated, but our favorite restaurant is this like hole in the wall spot. It's an Italian restaurant, best Italian food I have ever eaten in my life. But I think a part of the reason why it's our best food is because we were drunk as I don't know what when we found that restaurant. Like we went to Juneteenth and we were just walking around town looking for a restaurant. After that, we were toasted. Stumbled on this restaurant.
And the food tastes best when you're drunk.
Best pasta I've ever ate. Ooh. But other than that, it was basically the same scenario. We weren't as drunk, but like it was basically the same scenario. And it was in Houston after the club or after the bar. I don't know where we went, but we went to this sandwich spot and I got a tuna sandwich. Oh my God.
You love you some tuna too,
I
don't
love
you?
tuna.
You eat the tuna at Subway.
Like I mean, I don't eat Subway no more because Subway broke my heart when I found out
I
that
eat Subway. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they broke my heart. Tuna. I found out that tuna was fake tuna.
That's why it tastes better.
No.
But anyway, why it's better.
Whenever I find that place in Houston, then I will let you guys know what that place is called. But that's basically my favorite sandwich.
Okay.
Next question: if you could only bring 3 things on a deserted island, what would you pick?
Okay, we were talking about this, right? We were talking about this earlier, and I said I would bring. Okay, we're on an island, so obviously there's gonna be water, right? There's gonna be water. I'll bring a lighter. I'll bring ramen, and I'll bring a blanket because number one, you need a lighter because if you need to season your ramen with some fish, you know, if you catch
Where
some
the fuck you
fish,
getting the fish from?
I mean, you're in
from
an
the
island,
springs?
there's water, so
Yeah,
if you catch
true.
some fish, you know, I watched this show and this girl was catching them fishes with like a little thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you catch some fish, you have a lighter to cook it up.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you're by the water, it's gonna be freezing cold, so you need a blanket to conserve your heat. So you need a blanket and you need ramen because if you don't see no fish, you're gonna die. So ramen.
Let me tell you the 3 things I'll bring.
Yeah.
I'll bring a bottle of wine.
Wine?
I'll bring a book, and then probably a blanket.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna die in 2 days. You know why? Because that book you're gonna be reading is gonna take you to the Lord. That's what's gonna happen. That book is gonna send you. You're gonna die of starvation. Why would you want wine and no food and a book? You're gonna read your way
I think
to
like
heaven.
with food, like I would get more hungry if I bring one thing that I really want and not bring the other thing that I really want.
No,
Does
but
that
like,
make sense?
You need food to survive.
Bitch, you're going down the island anyway. They're
At
saying
least
like
you're
what?
dying. You're dying satisfied. Like if I had to die, I know that I ate my ramen. I know that okay, this is my time to go. My ramen is done.
Well, if we go together, I'll eat some of your ramen. 'Cause the fuck.
That's jokes. Okay, go ahead. What's the next question?
Okay. What's your no? I already asked that. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, my favorite movie of all time. It's Vincenzo.
Oh, Vincenzo. Mine is Sound of Music.
Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? That was a good
I love.
show.
Yeah, I love.
It was
that.
a good movie.
It's like 3 hours long. I would watch
We knew
that all
the
day,
songs.
every day. Yeah,
Like
I'll
that
watch
was a
that
good
every
one.
day. Yeah. What is one place you visited that you'd never return to?
I'm never going back to Arizona.
Why?
I'm never going back. That place is a deserted place. People should not be living there. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's too hot.
It's too hot. And then during the summer, I saw on TikTok, I don't know how true this is, but I saw this guy on TikTok. He lives in Arizona and he was filming it. And, you know, he was filming like the trash cans were all melted. And when we went there, it was so hot. Like you're inhaling hot air.
You
Like
think
it
it's
doesn't-
worse than San Antonio?
Bro, San Antonio is jokes, bro. Like San Antonio is jokes. Like it's nothing compared to that place. And I'm like, I'm never going back. I'm sorry. Like
for me, it would have to be Yaoundé back home.
oh, okay.
Yeah, like that one trip we went there.
Mm-hmm.
That was that's a story we gotta tell, bro. Like
think
it
I
was,
liked
it was.
Yaoundé, though.
No, I did not like it.
Douala was
Like,
horrible though, don't you think?
no, but we were only in Douala for like a couple of days before we traveled,
yeah, that's
so like
true,
we
that's
didn't really
true.
get to experience it. But Yaoundé, you won't catch me back
Your
there.
life flashed in front of your eyes.
Bro, I lost like
tell you
20
that story.
pounds.
We gotta tell you, it's
20
crazy.
pounds before going home. Like it was bad. And
That's
the
insane.
fact that our mom actually told us that you don't want to go to this place, and we actually did.
And we actually went.
Don't get me
It's
wrong,
insane.
like there is some cool places over there. Like you would actually find
Of course.
really good things to do out there. But my experience wasn't it.
wasn't it.
Okay. If you could save one material thing from a fire, what would you save?
I'm saving my laptop.
Why is that?
It has too much in there. You know, and plus, I don't think y'all understand how important school is for me. School is my day one. Like literally, without school, it's almost like there's no Emma. You
Yeah,
know?
true.
And I have so much, not just school stuff. I have important stuff in my laptop that if things are burning down and like literally money is burning down, I'll pick my laptop first.
I'm trying to
Period.
think what I'd save, you know? Like, it has to be something that's super important to me. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Let me see what you love. Let me see. You're probably gonna save your goddamn kettle. She's probably gonna save it thinking about her tea.
I know, probably. Like, I mean, I love my tea. What can I say? Like,
What would you save though?
I think if anything, I'll save like my phone, just because like a lot of like good memories are on my phone, like as far as like pictures and stuff.
Oh, very sentimental.
Yeah, like I would love to save my phone. You know, like I don't know.
Good.
Anyways, bro,
Yeah.
you're throwing shade over there. But anyways.
I'm just saying it's very sentimental.
What's a hobby or side project you've been meaning to take up?
You know, I've been telling you about this too. It's definitely aerial yoga, the one you hang off the little blankets and
Yeah.
stuff. I saw it on TikTok, and I've been wanting to take that out because I started doing yoga, and I took you to the yoga class, and you couldn't take it serious.
She was like, close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
It's the ocean.
But she
the
did
breeze.
guided imagery.
I was falling asleep
And
already.
then at the end, she did this thing called Shabazz something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like you just lay there and you just decompress. Like you lay there with your eyes closed and she's doing guided imagery. So she's like, imagine yourself in your favorite place. And bro, that's the best thing ever. So I saw on TikTok people doing aerial yoga. It's supposed to help you stretch and do all that stuff. And I was like, I want to take that on. I've been meaning to do that like 3 months now, but I just haven't had the time. What about you?
What was the question? What's a hobby or
Hobby you would like to take on?
I want to learn ice skating.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen any girl with a big ass booty like mine on an ice skater.
But
I want to take up ice skating so bad. And I think I'll be sexy as hell. Like imagine me dressing like really nice and being on an ice skate. Yeah, I want to learn that. I definitely don't have like gravity would define me there.
Do you know we had to go to Colorado, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to do that. We should still plan that trip though.
I think we should.
Yeah, I think we'll have enough money.
When we have enough money, because life is not life right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. What's your biggest regret in life?
I'll let you go first.
Why would I go first?
My biggest regret in life. Oh, wow. If I could go back to 16 years old, I probably wouldn't make the same decisions that I made at 16.
Which was?
Relationship.
I'm gonna want you to go dip into that, but that's okay. We have so much coming up.
But my biggest regret is definitely my relationships.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like I like to live life without regretting stuff because like I feel like everyone has done a lot of fucked up shit in their lives. Like sometimes I think about it and like, bro, what were you thinking?
Yes.
Like what was going on with you? But I like to think about it as an experience. So for me, I don't regret anything. Like I feel like everything was.
Let me warn you. You're either gonna edit this shit out that I just said, or you're gonna say what the fuck your regret is.
Oh, let me see.
Can you imagine that?
Let me see. Okay.
You don't regret being in school. You don't regret eating some wrong shit.
Let me see. So when I was in boarding school, and I'll probably dip this conversation in another episode, but like just briefly, when I was in boarding school, my last year of boarding school was like the worst year of boarding school. Mm-hmm. Like if there's anything I regret being in that school during that last year because that's the most traumatized I was. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, we were talking about bullying earlier. Like no one could bully me in school, but like I was basically deserted in school. Like no one spoke to me. The only person that spoke to me was obviously you. Mm-hmm. And it's for the fact that like I didn't do what they're claiming I did.
You didn't
it's crazy
and we're coming
to me.
For y'all.
Oh yeah,
we're coming for y'all. If she's not coming for y'all, I'm coming for y'all. Be lucky if I don't name drop you motherfuckers.
Yeah,
but
it was
I'm
crazy.
Coming for y'all.
And you know what's crazy? There's a lot of people that follow me right now on Instagram that they were the devils themselves.
Do you want me to drop your... See,
they were the devils
it pisses
themselves.
me off because how dare you? You know what I'm saying? How dare you? But like, we're gonna get into that. But anyways, guys, that is the end of our first podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you watch all the way to the end, go ahead wherever you watch your podcast, subscribing to our YouTube channel, follow the page on TikTok, follow the page on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever you watch your podcast, go ahead and add us. And we're super excited to be here, and we can't wait to share the second episode with you. We'll see you guys in the next segment. Bye.